investments were clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What He'll Never Have, the smash hit from Dylan Scott, appears on the brand new album, Easy Does It. The album also features the #1 song, This Town's Been Too Good to Us.
This town's been too good to us.
And Till I Can't, I Will.
I'll do whatever it takes. Yeah, believe me when I say, till I can't, I will.
Dylan Scott. Search, follow, and listen now on all music streaming services. Sponsored by Curb Records.
Empower.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Spend your afternoons with Adam Epstein.
In Adam, I think we have the right leader.
Quick pass, run. Quick pass, run. Play action off of that. Take your deep shot.
He's a winner.
AWOD Radio.
He's made an incredible impact everywhere he's been.
What would the ultimate pregame look like? Where's the beer pong gonna be? Where's the twerk sesh?
On Sports Radio 910 The Fan and 105.1 FM.
Do you have... Fans, Baby Ruth, the official candy bar of the Cincinnati Reds, is the go-to fan favorite treat. Before, during, or even after the game. Taste the deliciousness of high-quality dry roasted peanuts, rich caramel, and smooth nougat. There's nothing better than enjoying your favorite game with a classic candy bar. So get your hands on your own Baby Ruth bar today at your local Speedway.
Trading shouldn't have barriers. When Robinhood started, it was built to make trading more accessible. Now, Robinhood offers more sophisticated trading tools. Experience the future of trading on Robinhood Legend, the all-new desktop platform that harnesses intuitive design to deliver a seamless experience for traders. Free to use with a Robinhood account. The future of trading is fast, powerful, and precise. Experience it now on Robinhood Legend. Sign up today. Investing is risky. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, is a registered broker-dealer. Other fees may apply.
Rarely does a product come to the game of professional golf that is so quickly embraced by the pros. Shaden Precision Eyewear is that product. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and find out why Shaden sunglasses are trusted by tour players and their caddies. Shaden is so confident in their product, they're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and use the code SPRING to receive 20% off your order. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to experience golf's finest eyewear.
Oh, watch for beans.
That sign says watch for bears. Here, let's find you an eye doctor on ZocDoc.
Look, Dr. Barker is in network.
That says Dr. Baker. Here, let me help. Reviews say he's very attentive. Dr. Cleaves has 5 stars and an opening tomorrow.
That's great.
Booked it.
Nice. So, why do I need to watch for falling socks? You've got options. Book on ZocDoc today.
It's an interesting time for business. Tariff and trade policies are dynamic, supply chains squeezed. If your business can't adapt in real time, you're in a world of hurt. You need total visibility, from global shipments to tariff impacts to real-time cash flow. That's NetSuite by Oracle, your AI-powered business management suite. Trusted by over 41,000 businesses, NetSuite is the #1 cloud ERP for many reasons. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, HR into one suite. You have one source of truth, giving you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time forecasting, you're peering into the future with actionable data. And with AI embedded throughout, you can automate a lot of those everyday tasks. NetSuite helps you know what's stuck, what's costing you, and how to pivot fast. If your revenues are at least in the 7 figures, download the free ebook Navigating Global Trade: 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/special. That's netsuite.com/special.
Force needs work. I'm Holly Robinson Peete. Join me delivering jobs and the Society for Human Resource Management in creating pathways to 1 million jobs for those with intellectual and developmental differences.
To learn more, please visit deliveringjobs.org.
Let's cash in on the diamond with Brad Evans and Ryan Horvath on BetMGM tonight, presented by BetMGM.
That's drilled right center field. Bush puts a charge into one. That's back, and it's gone. Into the bleachers in right center. Michael Bush. A two-run homer into the wind. And it's 4-0.
Yeah, the Cubs put an exclamation point on the Cincinnati Reds in this series because of the Michael Bush homer and the key actions of, well, one PCA in a monster game on Sunday. Shout out to Marquis for that Bush call from Boog Shambi. Welcome back to BetMGM tonight. Brad the Big Noise Evans with you. Ryan Horvath in the house as well on this Manic Monday edition of the show. We're going to do another edition of Batter Up here momentarily. Get some more bets on the board in baseball. We got some late night action tonight. So if you're looking to get a sweat on, we're going to give you various options that we're digging in on, plus our crew to cash, our hot hit parlay of the night, and nearly 2-to-1 odds. Where are the legs? Well, you got to stick around to find out. On top of that, if you want to talk to us about Major League Baseball betting, if you want to talk to us about fantasy football in the NFL, maybe the NBA playoffs with the final set, or the Stanley Cup playoffs, or anything else top of mind, all gaming related, all you got to do to contact Tori and I is you pick up the phone and dial us fools at 833-732-3875. 833-732-3875. You can also reach out to us on the X or the Twitter at BetMGM tonight, where we have our pole dancing poll question of the day. And it's asking you this: among New York Jets, which player profits most at his current half-point PPR fantasy football position ADP? Your options are Justin Fields at quarterback 19, Breece Hall at running back 12, Garrett Wilson at wide receiver 16, or Mason Taylor, rookie, at tight end, and he is number tight end 29 to his ADP right now. Nearly 300 votes cast. Make your voice be heard. Exercise in democratic rights. Keep bringing your votes and bringing the noise. Drop us a comment. We're going to read those a little bit later on the show. Fire that off on X at BetMGM tonight. On X at BetMGM tonight. All right, with that business put aside, it's time for another edition of Batter Up.
Let's cash in on the diamond. Ryan Horvath and Brad Evans are swinging for profits. It's Batter Up on BetMGM tonight.
Yes, sirs. Let's get after it here. Here are your options. Of course, futures market always open for business. You can look ahead to some of the Tuesday games. Some of those lines already trickling out right now at BetMGM. Or you got 3 games yet to be played tonight: Padres, Giants, Twins, A's, Mets, and Dodgers. So, as always, a man with elite speed on the base pass. He is our PCA. Though PCA has been batting further down the order because he's just raking everywhere, whether the 4 spot, the 5 spot, 6 spot, sometimes the 3, doesn't really matter. But tonight, he's got a bat leadoff. That is, of course, Ryan Horvath. He's going to probably slap a base hit in the outfield, and he's going to steal some bags as well. So he is our guy, stepping to the plate first, taking some hacks at the dish. He is going to give his picks, going to give the reasoning behind it, and then he's going to drop a little baseball-ism at that point. That's going to be the signal to one Brandon working the board here on BetMGM tonight. Brandon's going to drop a famous baseball call or a movie reference, and that sound will be my cue to pick up the baton and run with it. We'll go back and forth and work at as many bets as we can, and then apply the exclamation point with our crew to cash hot hit parlay of the night. So, Ryan, you're up first with your initial Batter Up.
All right, let's go with another future in the National League. We took a long shot with the Dodgers, of course, and that's still plus 140 for them to win the National League, which I, of course, do like. But I think the prices are a little bit off here, man. I think that if the Detroit Tigers had the opposite roster, right, like if the Yankees and Tigers switched places, I think these prices would be different. Right now, the Yankees, and I know they made the World Series last year, they have the second best record right now in the American League, but they're plus 220 to win the pennant, and the Tigers are plus 325. the Tigers are the better team. I know it's the regular season, but they're not going anywhere. They're 6-4 in their last 10. And right now they're plus 325 to rep the AL. I just think it's the name, man. The Detroit Tigers, why they're not getting enough respect. I'm a big A.J. Hinch guy. If I was the Chicago White Sox, that would have been the hire that I made a couple of years ago. But I love this team at the plate. Spencer Torkelson this year has 14 homers. He's only hitting 235, but he's getting on base, and he has a 510 slugging percentage and an 856 OPS. Riley Green's been really good. He's got 13 dingers. Kerry Carpenter's got 11. Kerry Carpenter, I can't speak English today, has 11 homers and 24 RBI. And I don't know where this came from, Javi Baez, man. He's hitting 273. He's got an on-base percentage of 306. His slugging percentage is 442. His OPS is 748. I don't know if that's sustainable. History says probably not. But they have the lineup, they have the manager, and they have Skubal, who's right now the best pitcher in the American League. So I'll take a shot here on the Tigers, plus 325. Right now, the best team in the American League to represent the AL in the World Series. I think that's a really good bet. Brando, fire me the heater.
That ball hit deep into left center field. Wise back, makes the catch. What a play. Wade Wise makes the catch. What a play by Wise. Mercy.
No, shout out to Hawk Harrelson. By the way, Tigers up 5-0. Kerry Carpenter, you mentioned him. He's got a 2-run home run tonight. They're playing the White Sox. The White Sox are playing better baseball, but the sucky version definitely showing up. And I'm looking at you, John the Cannon. All I need is one more strikeout to cash the over on 4.5 Ks if he can survive another inning. All right, let's go to the left coast, which indeed is the best coast. That's working a little two-leg parlay. We're going to start off with one of those Golden State matchups. I'm going to take the Giants on the money line for leg numero dos. Give me Joe Ryan on the over 17.5 outs, taking on the A's there in the sack. That's plus 128 on both of those legs. Look at the Giants. Last couple of weeks, they're only number 28 in WRC+. San Diego not a whole lot better, though, at number 27 in that category, only one spot higher. But the Giants at home, 17-9 straight up. San Diego on the road, 13-14 this season. It's Logan Webb against, was it like Kolick? For San Diego, who got rocked at his last start. Webb has been money in the bank. He's an innings eater. The K per 9 way up. I think he'll get enough run support, possibly get the W, but I think San Francisco ultimately will win the game. So I'm going to take them on the money line. And then look at Joe Ryan at 2.31 road ERA this season. He has gone over 17.5 outs in 5 of his last 6 starts. I know the A's are number 5 in WRC plus over the last couple of weeks, but the 1.86 ERA, the very low walks per 9 mark on the year, that 1.86 ERA in May for Joe Ryan, I think he'll last a full 6 innings. So 2-leg parlay, Giants money line, Joe Ryan over 17.5 outs against the A's, plus 128 there at BetMGM. Brando, let's book it out of the box.
The outfield is shallow, the infield is up. Finley today is 1 for 4. Franklin set, Wayne ready and deal, swung on, high fly ball to deep right field. Wherever it goes, the Dodgers have won, and it's a grand slam home run.
Love it. All right, let's go with the player prop here, actually. I am going to go against Logan Webb, which is always scary, but I don't want to bet against the Giants. If anything, I would bet the Giants, but they're minus 180 favorites. Don't really want to do that here on my Monday night, so instead I'm going to look for a player prop, and I'm going to go with Jackson Merrill. I'm going to go with over 1.5 total bags, which is plus money. You could also go over 1.5 hits in the game, which is plus 150. You, of course, need 2 hits, but short sample size against Logan Webb. He's 5 for 7. He struck out once. That would give him a 7.14 average, and the guy's just an absolute stud. Doesn't matter who's on the mound. He's hitting .331 this season. He's got 5 homers, 22 RBI, and his OPS is 905. So let's target Jackson Merrill, Baltimore legend tonight for the Padres. Over 1.5 total bases, plus 115 is the price right now. Brando, let's go around the horn.
Or maybe not.
Again in the air, down the left field line. A little reaching into the stands and couldn't get it, and he's riddled with a fan.
That's awfully close to fan interference right there. The umpire's all over it.
Oh, yeah, fan interference still haunts my nightmares, with the Cubs won a World Series in my lifetime. That's all that matters. Let's go to the Friar. Luis Ariz. You're going to hear that name again. I'm going to take the over 1.5 hits at San Francisco to plus 160 juice. Yeah, I'll roll the shoulders because I got seduced by the juice. A guy that's done this 8 times since May the 1st. Hasn't happened often, but a guy that has rocked Webb's world in his career. 8 for 13 lifetime. Actually, all 8 of those hits have been of the first base variety. He's batting 303 on the road this season, his Ariz. And on top of that, he's batting 392 lifetime against the Giants in 79 at-bats. So I think he's got a really good shot of collecting a pair of hits. Luis Ariz over 1.5 hits at plus 160. Awesome value. Hey, somebody buy me a hot dog.
And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here.
756. All right, let's go with my main man, Carlos Correa, to have an RBI tonight. Short sample size, 16 ABs against Luis Severino. He's 5 for 16, but he's got 4 RBI. Has also struck out 5 times, but a 313 batting average. You're nearly getting a 2-to-1 price. He's got 18 RBI this season. Correa does. He's only hitting 247 with 5 homers and a 677 OPS, but I like that price. And I do think we'll get some runs tonight in Minnesota and I almost said Oakland. Twins, A's, whatever the hell we call them these days. I kind of like the over, so I'm going to go with Carlos Correa instead to have an RBI at nearly a 2-to-1 price. Right now, plus 180 at BetMGM. Brando, give me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
And Schwarber sends one high and deep, way back, and this ball is long gone.
Mercy. What in the world? Mercy.
Over the scoreboard on to Sheffield it goes. Schwarber.
Schwarbs! Oh, man, that's another fun, memorable moment, to say the least. All right, cherry on top of the Sunday for me. This is going to be famous last words. I'm going to fade Juan Soto. Give me the under on 1.5 on the HER, also known as hits plus runs plus RBI, also known as HRR. In LA, taking on the Dodgers at a minus 130 juice. He's going against Dustin May. Not a great history against May. 1 for 8 lifetime. I does have the 3 walks, only 2 strikeouts, but he has gone under 1.5 on the HRR in 9 of his last 13 games. So he did in every game of the series against Colorado. That's the Pebbles. By the way, you're still winning right now, 5-4 in Miami. He's also done this in 2 or 3 matchups earlier this season against the Dodgers. Back in the earlier part of May. But Dustin May, 2.96 home ERA and a K per 9, much higher at home. I think Juan Soto, he may get a hit, but I don't think he's going to apply the 2 needed to cash the over 1.5 HRR her at a minus 130 juice. Brando, give me one more baseballism.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Yes, indeed, and they're going to win one, too. And it happened. I can die happy now. All right, crew to cash time. This is our hot hit parlay of the night. Every single one of us is going to give you a leg and the reason why, and I'm going to finish it off with the odds. I'll bet lead off here. Luis Ariz, why the hell not? I've already featured him on Parlay Pete's Parlay, the over 1/2 single. I think he's going to go over 1.5 hits, so he's going to get a hit tonight. I'm confident of that. Again, batting 392 lifetime against the Giants. I can't ignore it. In 79 at-bats, he gets a hit this evening. That is my pick to click. What is yours, Ryan? Who gets a hit?
I'll go with that Shohei Ohtani guy. He's pretty good at baseball. Right now, he's about 300 favorite to win the MVP. In his career against Paul Blackburn, 4 for 9 with the homer, 2 RBI. He's got a 444 batting average. Ohtani for me.
War Daddy, our producer Mario, who gets a hit tonight?
Manny Machado got great numbers against Logan Webb, and I DM'd Machado. So, do you get a hit tonight? You said, yes, sir. So, Manny Machado.
Macho man. Great call there. Brando, look at the board. Wrap it for us, my man. Who is the 4th man to knock in, or maybe he's going to knock in somebody, just knock a hit in the outfield. What do you like? All right, to recap our crew to cash tonight, Luis Arise, Shohei Ohtani, Manny Machado, and Byron Buxton. Uno, dos, tres, and cuatro, mi amigos. All 4 legs if they get a hit. Plus 199 there at BetMGM. Fader followers, we always say that is up to you. All right, we got to take a little siesta here on BetMGM tonight. When we come back, we're going to go from the diamond to the hardwood with another edition of Hoop Scoops, all NBA Finals related. You don't want to miss that. Stick around. This is BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Don't go anywhere. You're listening to BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What He'll Never Have, the smash hit from Dylan Scott, appears on the brand new album, Easy Does It. The album also features the #1 song, This Town's Been Too Good to Us. And Till I Can't, I Will.
I'll do whatever it takes, yeah, believe me when I say, till I can't, I will.
Dylan Scott. Search, follow, and listen now on all music streaming services. Sponsored by Curb Records.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Fans, Baby Ruth, the official candy bar of the Cincinnati Reds, is the go-to fan favorite treat. Before, during, or even after the game. Taste the deliciousness of high-quality dry roasted peanuts, rich caramel, and smooth nougat. There's nothing better than enjoying your favorite game with a classic candy bar. So get your hands on your own Baby Ruth bar today at your local Speedway.
At first glance, Terrence and Shania have nothing in common. Terrence is a musician. He is constantly traveling. He's 32 years old, single with no kids, and started smoking when he was 16. Shania, on the other hand, just turned 45. She owns a coffee shop. She is married with 2 kids and has never smoked. What makes Terrence and Shania similar is that they both have been diagnosed with small cell lung cancer, and it was caught early. That's right. Small cell lung cancer can affect anyone. The good news is early lung cancer screenings can detect small cell lung cancer before it spreads, when the disease is most treatable. Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
I'm okay. You're not okay. It's normal to have diarrhea and stomach pains. Sometimes, but not as often as you do. I've got this under control. No, you don't.
It's time to let that voice inside your head be heard. Urgent diarrhea and chronic stomach pain can be signs of Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation can help you learn more and even find a specialist. Don't keep your symptoms to yourself. Get help at spillyourguts.org.
Every 36 seconds, a vehicle is stolen in the United States. You have the power to protect your car. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows completely, and always lock your doors and take your keys or fob. If you know something about a vehicle theft, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB.
Let's get back to the madness. This is BetMGM Tonight with Brad Evans and Ryan Horvat on the BetMGM Network.
This series was won and lost in game one by the Knicks.
Long shot, Halliburton. Oh!
Night, night.
Tyrese Halliburton has gone mad!
Indeed he has. This entire NBA playoff. Shout out for TNT for that call on the rejoiner. Welcome back to BetMGM Tonight. Brad the Big Noise Evans with you. Ryan Horvat in the house on this Manic Monday. We're going to do another edition of Hoops Scoops here momentarily. Get some of our favorite plays, whether on the NBA Finals from a futures perspective or possibly in Game 1 as well. We've already talked about the spread and who we like on that. Maybe Horvat's going to be doubling down in that market. By the way, if you want to talk NBA with us, you want to talk the Stanley Cup playoffs, you want to talk fantasy football or action on the Major League Baseball diamond, all gaming all the time, you absolutely can. Phone lines wide open, Team Huevos. All you got to do is pick up the phone and dial us fools at 833-732-3875. 833-732-3875. You can also hit us up on the X or the Twitter at BetMGM Tonight, where we have our pole dancing poll question of the day. And it's asking you this: among New York Jets, which player profits most at his current half-point PPR fantasy football position ADP? Your options are Justin Fields, the quarterback, 19, Breece Hall at RB 12, Garrett Wilson at WR 16, or Mason Taylor, rookie tight end. A lot of people impressed with him at tight end 29. Nearly 300 votes cast. Make your voice be heard. Exercise. Yeah, Democratic right. Keep bringing your votes and also bring the noise. Drop us a comment. We're going to read those a little later on the show, so keep on sending them in. Jerome on X at BetMGM Tonight. On X at BetMGM Tonight. The Rockies are hanging on right now. End of 7. 5-4 over the Miami Marlins. Again, hell might be freezing over tonight. The devil is got teeth chattering as we speak. I bet on Miami. I think they're like plus 120 right now on the live line at BetMGM. I'd still play the Marlins because I just completely distrust the Colorado Rockies in the bullpen. But maybe, just maybe, this is going to be their night. A 9 and miserable team that's won like 3 games on the road all season. Maybe they will win game 1 of the series. They have not taken a series the entire year, but could get a leg up on the Miami Marlins, who played some decent baseball. I mean, they're 11 games below 500, but they've been highly competitive, unlike the Rockies, who are just an absolute miserable, embarrassing, humiliating 9-50 this season. But right now, the Pebbles up 5-4 on the Miami Marlins. So keep you abreast of the action there and elsewhere on the diamond. But right now, we got to talk a little kisses off the glass in another edition of Hoop Scoops.
Let's hit the hardwood to bring in the cash.
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers!
And find the Cinderella story.
Clark in a straight shot. He threw it away.
It's Hoop Scoops on BetMGM Tonight.
All right, here is how this segment works for the newbies in attendance. The veterans already know the ins and outs of all this. Ryan, he just keeps growing, folks. Last checked, he is 9 feet 6 inches tall. So naturally, he is going to win the tip. He's just bigger than everybody else. And he's uber athletic at 9'6". It's kind of crazy, obscene, absurd. So he's going to win the tip. He's got to throw it up the court to a man who's already sprinting out. I think it's Tyrese Halliburton, who's going to throw it down and hopefully get us home a winner straight away. So Ryan's going to give you the first play. He's going to give the reasons behind said first play. And then he's going to say, hey, Brando, who's working on the board here on BetMGM tonight, hit me with the hoops. Brandon then is going to drop a famous call, some sort of basketball reference. I will take it from there and do the same thing. We're going to go back and forth and work in as many wagers as we possibly can. So, Ryan, again, you're going to win this tip. What is your first hoop scoop?
All right, let's go to game one, and I'm going to take the 9.5 with the Pacers. I also like the plus 310 on the money line. Good chance I regret this bet, and OKC just is that good, man. But, you know, it's game one of the NBA Finals. I do think that there's going to be some nerves setting in, really for both teams. Maybe Indiana in the first half, also worth a look. But, I mean, this team right now is playing with house money, Brad. I mean, coming into the season, their win total was 46.5. Their NBA Finals odds were 66-1. You had to go all the way down the board. But ever since that most overrated player poll or whatever, Tyrese Halliburton has been on another level. Kind of reminds me of Fred VanVleet when he had a child and then all of a sudden was like unconscious from the field against the Milwaukee Bucks and against the Warriors in the NBA Finals. But Siakam has NBA championship experience. I don't think he's going to be rattled or, you know, I don't think the moment's going to be too big for Pascal Siakam. And I just love this roster, really well coached. What scares me, the trends, right? Game one, NBA Finals, dogs are only 2-18 straight up and 3-17 against the spread going back to 2005, 4-25 straight up. 8-21 against the number going back to 96. So history tells you to take the favorite, and that's why this number's priced the way it is. I'll take the 9.5 with Indiana, though. I don't think they're getting enough respect, and I think they might even be able to steal game one on the road. So I like plus 310, and I like Indiana at 9.5. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
It's really hard to coach people that are delusional. The hungry dog gets the bone. We got guys that think they're way better than they are. They're nice kids. They're completely delusional about who they are. And the team that's mind is on the right stuff and hungry to get a win in conference play is the team that's probably going to win.
That's Mick Cronin, is it not?
Yes.
Brandon, was that Mick Cronin?
Right?
Yes, it was.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Where'd you even find it?
So much. I think that just happened last year. Yeah, he had a moment there. He had a complete meltdown behind the mic, and he got lambasted for that. Kind of run through the ring, and understandably so, throwing his team under the bus and in spectacular fashion. But that's typical Mick Cronin. He's a firebrand. Yeah. That's fantastic. Good pull by you there, Brando. All right, Pacers are going to win this series. And I'm double-checking this because I have to go back and make sure this is correct, and it is. NBA Finals winner right now, the odds are Thunder minus 700, which is absurd. The Pacers are plus 500, 5-1 to hoist Larry O'Brien. Is OKC that much better than the Indiana Pacers? No, I'm not buying that at all. There's only one bet to make, folks, unless you're going to make it like Oklahoma City in 6, Oklahoma City in 5, Oklahoma City in 7. You can get decent odds as a result. But if you're taking this straight up, you can only bet Indiana at 5-1 because that's where the value lies, and I'm going to do exactly that. The story this entire NBA playoffs, they just find ways to win, to overcome, to silence their critics, to silence their doubters, and I think they are going to do it again. Indiana, number 4 in net efficiency in the playoffs, number 2 in offensive efficiency, number 9, and that's a shortcoming in defensive efficiency for the team outside of Miles Turner. They really have a true rim protector. You look at OKC, number 2 in the net. They're number 3 in offensive efficiency and number 1 in defensive efficiency. In the regular season, they only played twice. Indiana lost both those games, 120-114, 132-111. So there's a lot of evidence that suggests Thunder, and Thunder again. But where there's a will, there's a way. They're going to find a way to, again, overcome. I say Indiana takes this series at plus 500. Why the hell not? Little sprinkle certainly worth the investment. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
I'm unhappy with these seniors. That's what I'm unhappy with. It has nothing to do with X's and O's. We got the worst group of seniors right now that I've ever been associated with. Their mentality's awful. Their attitude's awful. I'm unhappy with these seniors.
Love these.
Got a new folder tonight or something, Brando. We got some great coaches press conference. This isn't my favorite bet, man, but there's not a whole lot I like in this series, to be honest with you right now. SGA points were 33.5. Definitely don't want to go over that number, although he's been on a tear. I kind of like Chet. I agree with Keith Smith, who came on earlier and said he could be the X factor, but I ended up going with Jalen Williams, man. In the regular season, averaged 21 points per game. He's been off and on here in the playoffs. He had 19 in the clincher against Minnesota, 7 of 14 shooting. Didn't have to do a whole lot. He also facilitates and rebounds. He had 5 dimes and 8 boards in that game. But before that, had 34 points against Minnesota on 13 of 24 shooting, 26 against Minnesota on 12 of 20 shooting. It's right at his average. I think he goes off game one and scores closer to 24. So I'm going to go over on Williams at 21.5, minus 115. I think one of those guys is going to have to go off between him and Shea, and I would rather take the guy to score 23 than 35. I think Shea's properly priced. So let's go with Jalen Williams, game one, to score 22. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
Yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was.
And I say this now with Ben Simmons. Hey, LeBron, we're good, bro. You can go. You can go.
The game on the line, Iggy or Curry?
Of everyone on Golden State, open shot, fate of the universe on the line, or the Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth, you better hit it. I want Iguodala.
Oh, look at that. Going with Iguodala. There's a deep pull. We're up against it here, and I have no sound reasoning outside of just gut faith in this. Series in 6 games. It doesn't matter if it's OKC, Indiana. I think it's going to go 6 games exactly, plus 275. Mic drop. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
They shot 18 times in the paint and had 32 free throws. Kawhi shot more free throws than our whole team. Explain it to me. You know, I know Pop's got pedigree and I'm a young rookie, but they're not going to rook us. That's unacceptable. That was unprofessional. My guys dug in that game and earned the right to be in that game, and they did not even give us a chance. Take that for data.
I was looking at the Finals MVP market, and I feel like if you like Indiana, you should bet some Halliburton 7-1, especially after he thought that he was going to win Eastern Conference Finals MVP and it went to Siakam. Instead, though, I do think OKC ultimately wins this series. Let's say it is an SGA. Minus 625 is an insane price, man. It could easily be Jalen Williams. He's their second leading scorer, and if they throw the kitchen table, Indiana at SGA, I think he could average 25 in this series, and 30-1 is a crazy price, down from 35-1. So Jalen Williams, Finals MVP, 30-1 is my final bet, and I like that one quite a bit.
And I'm going to go with Tyrese Halliburton, doubling down on Indiana to take MVP at 7-1. We got an exit stage left. We come back. NFL Exotics. Stick around. This is BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby.
Don't miss out on the action. If you missed the show, you can listen back on the always free Odyssey app. It's Bet.
If you're like most people, you have no idea what to get Dad for Father's Day. Well, here's a gift idea you could feel really good about. Cardia Mobile 6L is the world's first FDA-cleared 6-lead personal EKG. It can detect 6 of the most common arrhythmias, including atrial fibrillation, a leading cause of stroke. Cardia Mobile is the perfect way for your dad to manage his heart health at home and between doctor's visits. It's small, easy to use, and records right to his phone. He gets 6 views of his heart. That's 6 times the data of any smartwatch at a fraction of the cost. Give your dad a gift that really matters, one that gives peace of mind for you and your dad. And now, for a limited time, Cardia is giving 10% off to all my listeners. Just go to Cardia.com. That's Kardia.com or Amazon and use code 10-6L Infinity. That's the number 10, 6L Infinity to get 10% off your Cardia Mobile 6L in time for Father.
The new Sports Radio 910 The Fan now at 105.1 FM.
Fans, Baby Ruth, the official candy bar of the Cincinnati Reds, is the go-to fan favorite treat. Before, during, or even after the game. Taste the deliciousness of high-quality dry roasted peanuts, rich caramel, and smooth nougat. There's nothing better than enjoying your favorite game with a classic candy bar. So get your hands on your own Baby Ruth bar today at your local Kroger.
Missions to Mars, driverless cars, AI chatbots. Feels like we're already living in the future. Robinhood is built for the future of trading. Robinhood's intuitive design makes trading seamless so you can spot opportunities and take control of your trades. You can now even trade stocks and crypto all in one place. Sign up for a Robinhood account today. Investing is risky. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, is a registered broker-dealer. Trading during extended hours involves additional risks. Cryptocurrency services are offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things I take for granted. Yet for many United States military veterans, finding and affording oral health care is a challenge. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. Volunteer to help people like Richard, a U.S. naval veteran who suffered severe PTSD after his service. He was left homeless for a period of time and his oral and overall health are suffering. Because of congressional limitations, the VA can't provide the dental help he needs. Through our Will You See One Vet program, we focus on helping U.S. military veterans like Richard. Now we are seeking more general dentists and specialists to donate treatment to at least one veteran with special needs. When you volunteer with DLN's program to see one vet, we handle the details so you can focus on the care. If you are a dentist or know a dentist, please share this message and help us make a difference in the life of a veteran in need. Visit willyouseeonevet.org to learn more. That's willyouseeonevet.org.
The Native community is big for me. Makes me feel good to pass on our Rapo traditions. My kids love going up to the Sundance. I like to tell people the Sundance is about family. It's about the tribe. It's not just about the dancer. It's kind of like life. As a Sundancer, I'm just one spoke in the wheel. I need my family there. I need my role models. I need my people there, especially my children. You know, coming in that door, my family is ready to see me and they believe in me. Before, I'd never seen that from my people. But now when I walk in that door and I see those smiling faces and they're happy to see me, that's special. With my 4 kids, all I ask for them in Arapaho ways is health and happiness. Nothing more, nothing less.
Never stop being a dad. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This week, Crime Stoppers needs the public's help in solving a series of robberies out of the city of Richmond. Police responded to a commercial robbery. On April 10th, the suspect entered the business located in the 4700 block of Walmsley Boulevard, armed with a handgun and demanded money from the store. On April 12th, the same suspect walked into a business located in the 5200 block of Hall Street, armed with a handgun demanding money. You can see photos of the suspect on the Crime Stoppers social media pages. If you have information about this or any unsolved crime or fugitive wanted in the Metro Richmond area, call Crime Stoppers at 780-1000 or submit your tip through the P3 Tips app.
From the Pearson Signature Dealership Studio, this is the new Sports Radio 910 The Fan, now at 105.1 FM, WRNL Richmond and WRVQ HD2 Richmond. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Let the chaos commence.
We are the betting show.
There is no other show on the planet that packs in more picks nightly.
With the big noise, Brad Evans.
Oh, sharp action. They got to listen to the Sharps. Get the heck out of here with that nonsense. I'm on JMU as well. Drake, hate the Drake. Love the Drake, hate the Drake. No, you never fade the Drake.
And the mad better, Ryan Horvat.
The Keep the Points special. I'll keep cashing tickets around here on Odyssey. Yeah, put me at night, baby, for we cash tickets.
They're bringing the heat and helping you cash in big.
It's a lock. It's over. It's a guarantee. It's easy money.
Nobody wants to bet Seattle U, except for this guy. They're going to win this game outright, but I'll be safe and take the points plus 6.5.
And delivering the late night sweats.
And it's good. It's good. Oh, it is good. No way. Good. Holy God. It is good. I need to celebrate tonight with my family. Do it for my kids. Do it for my boy.
It's BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Welcome back to BetMGM tonight. Brad the Big Noise Evans with you alongside my guy, Ryan Horvat, on this Manic Monday edition of the show. We're going to be bringing out some NFL exotics here momentarily. A bunch of NFL futures props. Football season still a ways away, but the market is flooded right now at BetMGM with various ways to peel back the layers of the onion, team by team, player by player. If you're into, such a thing, we're going to break things down here in this segment. A lot to choose from. So grab a plate. It's a buffet of sports betting goodness. Also, if you want to talk some NFL features betting, if you want to talk fantasy football, we're more than just betting here on BetMGM tonight. If you want to talk MLB betting, NBA betting and the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals and the NHL, you absolutely can. All you got to do to contact Horvat and I is you pick up the phone and dial us fools at 833-732-3875. 833-732-3875. You can also hit us up on the X or the Twitter at BetMGM tonight, where we have our pole dancing poll question of the day. And it's asking you this: among New York Jets, which player profits most at his current half-point PPR fantasy football position ADP? Your options are Justin Fields at quarterback 19, Breece Hall at running back 12, Garrett Wilson at wide receiver 16, or Mason Taylor, the rookie, at tight end 29. Nearly 300 votes cast. Make your voice be heard. Exercise your democratic right. Keep the votes coming. And drop in your comments. We're going to read them coming up here in a couple of segments. Give you a shout out on air, so bring the noise. On X, at BetMGM tonight. On X, at BetMGM tonight. Going back to time, give you a scoreboard update here real quick. The Rockies are winning, folks. It is 5-4, top of the ninth inning. The Rockies have a man at second. Maybe an insurance run? There's one out in the inning so far in that frame. But the Rockies, impossibly a 9-win team with 50 losses. I think they have like 3 road wins all year long. Somehow, some way. They're beating Max Meyer, who was drawing the start for the Marlins. And the Marlins were up 4-1 early in this game. They ruined it. They are now down 5-4, 1 out, runner on second for the Pebbles. We'll keep you up to date on whether the Rockies, nobody cares except for sports gamblers, honestly. People in, like, fantasy baseball leagues don't give a crap unless you got, like, Hunter Goodman, who's got a pair of dongs tonight. For the Rockies, but everybody's ignoring this game except for us degens who are glued to it because we can't believe, and I got money on the Marlins, that could be losing and making a donation to BetMGM because the Rockies may actually win a game on the road. Again, we'll keep you up to date as that unfolds. But right now, we got to get to some NFL exotics. Here's how this works, as we always do in these segments. Ryan is going to, receive the kickoff. Incredible speed in the open field. He's going to get a nice wedge block. He's going to split the gap, take it right up the gut, and then sprint up the left sideline and maybe take it to the house. He's going to give you the first pick, and he's going to give you the reasons behind said first pick. And when he is done, he's going to drop a little football phrase, whatever is to his liking. Brando then is going to go in the sounds folder and drop famous call, some sort of football reference. That'll be my cue to pick up the torch and run with it and do the same thing. We're going to work in as many bets as we possibly can tied to the National Football League here in this segment. So, Ryan, you're up first, man. What is your out-of-the-box NFL exotic?
Let's start with the team that tortured me throughout my childhood and my young adulthood, and that is the San Francisco 49ers. Last year on this show and every other show, I said this team will miss the playoffs. The Madden curse is real. Christian McCaffrey, see him. And the Super Bowl hangover is real. See the Philadelphia Eagles a couple of years ago. Granted, they did make the wild card round. They got bounced early by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were burned out. This year's San Francisco team, at least coming into the year, is healthy. Now, I'm a little worried about the reports coming out of OTAs about Christian McCaffrey's speed. The last we saw, good Christian McCaffrey fumbles in the red zone in that Super Bowl, only averages like 3.5 yards per carry against the Chiefs. And then surprises both of us, Brad, on Monday Night Football against the Jets and announce he's hurt and we barely see him. So that worries me a little bit. But even if McCaffrey isn't the old Christian McCaffrey, this team is loaded again on the offensive side of the ball. Purdy should be healthy. Even if he does go down a few games this season, you have Mac Jones as his backup. And I know it's Mac Jones, but it's Mac Jones with Kyle Shanahan. See Sam Darnold a couple of years ago. Curtis Rourke, third-string quarterback. Isaac Guerrero, if McCaffrey doesn't go back to being that guy, I think is a serviceable back. You're going to get Brandon Ayuk back this season. You have Demarcus Robinson. Juwan Jennings last year had 70 receptions and 1,000 yards. I think this year he takes over that Debo role. Ricky Pearsall Jr., year 2, fully healthy. George Kittle, now paid. That last contract he's going to get. They bring back Kyle Juszczyk. Trent Williams is still one of the better tackles in all of football. You bring back Robert Saleh on the defensive side of the ball as coordinator. I love the deal for Bryce Huff. You got to do something on the interior to free up Bosa. Fred Warner is still one of the better cover linebackers in the league and plays sideline to sideline. So I like San Francisco to win 11.5 games. That's plus 200. But I also like them to win the NFC 8-1. I think they get back to the Super Bowl, and I think this year they might even get the job done for Shanny. Brando, hit me with a little play action pass if we got it.
It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
And I want winners too. Yeah. And we talked about this earlier. Jared Smith's got a formula for his NFL Coach of the Year market, and this guy is in the conversation according to his parameters that he set. A team that may exceed expectations, likely going to be in that like 8 to 10, maybe they get to 11 wins. But you look at the current over/under of the wins market. He's looking at teams that are in that like 7.5 to 9.5 range. He's not looking at Philadelphia. He's not looking at the Buffalo Bills. He's looking kind of the next tier or two down from there, and a team that could overachieve. And how about Bear Down, Chicago Bears? Da 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 da. There it is. Da 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 da. Yeah, Brando working the board. He is in the Windy City right now. I'm 2 hours south in the Champaign area. I love this franchise. Brando does as well. And even Horvath, who is a diehard Packers fan, is on the Bears bandwagon, much at his fandom, and kind of chagrin. But Ben Johnson, I think, is going to win NFL Coach of the Year. Is it chalk? It is. But it's not like a heavy chalk. It's plus 650 for him to achieve that. I think he's going to do wondrous things in the Windy City this season. You look at Mike Clay's projection at ESPN. He's got it projected the Bears to win 8.5 games. He's got a 50% or greater win probability in 8 games specifically this season. But maybe they get a tick more, 2 ticks more. Maybe they're a 9-win team, a 10-win team. Given the somewhat murderous schedule they have, I know it's middle of the pack and so overall strength of schedule, but they got some tough road games. You're on the road against Vegas, who should be greatly improved. You're at Washington. You're at Baltimore. You're at Cincinnati. You're at Philadelphia. You're at the 49ers, who Horvath just talked up to win the NFC at 8-1. If they even split those games, it's going to be a magical year in Chicago. They take care of business at home. I think you're going to see a much improved Caleb Williams. I think it's going to be a borderline top 10 defense. I know you got question marks at running back. The wide receiver core is amazing. Roma Dunze, I think, is going to be a breakout sensation. Colson Loveland is a guy who's going to make an instant impact, working in tandem with Cole Kmet and a lot of 2 tight end formations. I think this team is going to be a borderline top 10 offensive team and, again, a borderline top 10 defensive team. I think they're going to win 9 games this year. If they win 9 games this year, they're going to make the playoffs, maybe win a game or two there. Ben Johnson, I believe, going from Detroit to Chicago, is going to win NFL Coach of the Year in year numero uno plus 650. Brando, hey!
We played them in the 3rd game. Everybody played 3 quarters. The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Never forget watching that press conference with my buddies in college, man. So I think it's a 2-team race in the NFC North. I really do. I think it's going to come down to the Bears and the Packers. The Lions dealt another tough blow today, man, with that offensive line. So I believe it was My favorite band, right? I believe it was back in July of 1967 when a little English rock band released a track known as All You Need Is Love. And that's when I look at the MVP market, Brad. That's all I need is a little Jordan Love. Some have called me a Jordan Love hater. So I'm going to try to make the situation right here, right? Last year, he was beat to hell. The Packers, if they didn't lead the league in drops, they were definitely top 5. And Jordan Love was never fully healthy. Yet, still, the numbers were decent. 63% completion rate, 3,389 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 picks. The year before that, though, threw for over 4,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks, had a 96.1 QB rating in his first full season as a starter. This is the best wide receiver room he's had. Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, who they draft, finally use a first-round pick on a wide receiver. Romeo Dobbs. You still have Wicks. You still have Bull Melton. Hopefully, at some point, Christian Watson does come back next season, although it's probably after Week 13, Week 14. And then you have Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, Ben Sims in that tight end room. He could throw 40 touchdown passes and 4,000 yards this season. He's got to limit the turnovers a little bit. But if the Packers do finish with 11, 12 wins, they win the NFC North, they're a top team in the NFC, and he has numbers like that, I think Jordan Love's worth a bet at 25-1 to win MVP. Brando, go long.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Shout out to Jim Mora. I love doing radio with that guy back in the day. Let's go to Detroit. Jamison Williams, give me the over on 5.5 touchdowns. It's even money right now at BetMGM plus 100. I think it's a great value. And a guy that the coaching staff, Dan Campbell's already come out and said he is going to break out in a massive way. It already broke out. I mean, he had 58 catches for 1,001 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. I think he's going to catch at least 7 touchdowns this year. This number 5.5 is way too stinking low. He was number 12 in YAC last season, number 11 in average yards of separation per target, and number 19 in win percentage, route win percentage. So guy gets ample separation. I think he's going to get at least 115, maybe upwards of 120 targets. I think he's going to be a beast this season. So juggernaut Jamison Williams, give me the over. 5.5 touchdowns at plus 100. Brando, hey.
You show me the kind of smarts makes me wonder if you know the difference between a sneeze and a wet fart. You're going to be second string all your life, boy.
What a great movie, man. Saw that in the theaters. I was not old enough to see a movie like that in the theaters. I don't even think I was in the 4th grade. I don't know. I got to go back and look when that was released. I'm going to go all in on Atlanta this year. So I already played their win total over. It opened at 7.5. I also played over 9.5 wins, plus 225 over the weekend. I think this is a 10-win team. I am a believer in Michael Penix. I am a believer in Bijan Robinson. I am a believer in Drake London. And I think that offense is going to be much improved. Now you take away Kirk Cousins, what's left of him, Desmond Ridder, you get yourself a real quarterback with all those weapons. Even Kyle Pitts might show up to the party. But what I really like is what they've done on the defensive side of the ball the last couple of years. I know they reached with James Pierce Jr. moving up at pick 26 to get him in the first round. But before that, you get Jalen Walker, another edge rusher at pick 15. That's what this team's needed, a pass rush. They get my guy Xavier Watts, round 3, pick 32. I thought that was a little bit of a steal. Billy Bowman Jr. in the 4th round, and then a tackle, Jack Nelson, later on in like round 7 or round 8. I think this is a 10-win team in an easy division. They have the 4th easiest schedule in all of football. I'm all in on Atlanta this season, over 9.5 wins, and better than a 2-1 price. Brando, hit me with a quick slant.
Attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
40.
I'm 40. I will reserve my last NFL exotic for tomorrow because we're up against it. So a little bit of a cliffhanger here on BetMGM tonight. All right, let's take a little siesta. When we come back on the program, we're going to stick with a little American tackle football. Another 3-point stance. We're starting the AFC East. Which team is going to be first? We're going to tell you. Stick around. This is BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Don't miss out on the action. If you missed the show, you can listen back on the always free Odyssey app. It's BetMGM.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a